Hey everyone, welcome back, and this is my review of the anime series Broken Blade. Now, for those of you who aren't aware, this series is actually quite interesting. When I made my top 10 anime of the season, it actually appeared at number 10. And this series is actually based on 6 animated movies. Okay, by Production IG. This series is done by Production IG as well. Well, both actually done by both Production IG and Xebec, but I think Xebec came from IG anyways. But whatever. Anyways, though, Broken Blade, also known as Break Blade, came from 6 anime movies, and the series of 12 episodes basically just compiled them together and edited them into, or all the movies into 12 episodes with new scenes that weren't in the anime, or that weren't in the movies, and so I assume they took some scenes out too, because 12 episodes would be the length of 6 movies. Okay. And I've not seen the 6 movies, which I really want to in the future, so I have something to compare them to. And when I do, I might even consider making like a comparison video or something. Anyways, though. So, the anime is directed by Nobuyoshi Habara, and the music's by Yoshihisa Hirano, and by Studio Production IG and Xebec, and it originally ran from April 24th to April 2014, and it says ongoing here, even though it's not. With a total of 12 episodes in the end. What the hell? Anyways, though, so the series is actually quite interesting. It's another mech series, and the mechs I thought were really well done. But the plot of this series is centered around a young man named Rygart Arrow, a resident of the world where people can use magic. This magic is the ability to control and empower quartz, doing many things from creating light to opening machinery to riding giant mechas called golems. Rygart, however, is one of the few exceptions. As an unsorcerer, he cannot utilize quartz, making many aspects of life difficult, as well as being looked down upon by the rest of society. Despite this, in his youth, he managed to befriend Hoder and Sigyn, the future king and queen of the Christina Kingdom, and Zes, the younger brother of the Secretary of War of the Athens Commonwealth. Years later, Rygart is reunited with Hoder and Sigyn, where he learns the Athens Commonwealth has begun an invasion of Christina. Rygart is also shocked to learn that Zes is leading one of the strike forces. While at the capital, Rygart discovers that he has the ability to pilot a recently discovered ancient golem, which can not be piloted by magic users. Despite its ancient origins, the golem possesses capabilities and systems far more advanced than the current golems, and could be the key to turning the tide of the battle. While hesitant at first, Rygart soon because he doesn't like to fight, basically, and kill and whatnot. Rygart soon gets involved in the war between Krishna and Athens in an attempt to save Hoder, Sigyn, and Zes. And that's the plot of the series. It's very good, okay? Quite unique. Of course, people who've watched the movies before, which I've heard are really fucking good. A lot better than the series was. Probably, obviously, aren't new to it, but still, though. Now, there's lots of really good things in this series. The animation is great. I'm going to click on Xebec here to see if they actually are from Production IG, because I'm pretty sure they are. Is a Studio Production IG. Yep, they're a subsidiary of IG Port, which means Production IG. So basically, it's by Production IG. It's by IG and Xebec. Xebec came from IG. Okay. So yeah, the animation is really fucking good. And I also really like the art and the golems. Now, I think that the golems were actually done by CGI. I could be wrong, but if so, then the CGI looks really fucking good, which is good. I mean, I mentioned this, I think, in my Nobunaga the Fool review, but when you're doing an anime where the main focus is mechs, and whatever the main focus is, if it's done with CGI, the CGI better be fucking good. If the main focus of it is done with CGI, it better be fucking good, and it really is in this series. You know, so no complaints for the most part with the animation art. It's not the best animation I've ever seen, but it's still really good. Okay. The music's amazing as well, especially that opening and that ending. Really good. The plot is quite unique, at least for me. The characters are all very likable. Although one of my complaints though is that there were a lot of characters that really didn't seem to get their part in the story resolved, such as Cleo, who works under a Zess. He didn't really seem to get his or is it Zess or Zeus? I don't know. I'll just call him Zeus. So Cleo works under Zeus, and she ended up getting captured and taken to Segan. But Segan, the queen, basically is very nice, and she actually treats her like she's a house guest instead of a prisoner. They even slept in the same bed, I think. And then she ends up escaping, going back to Zeus because I guess she feels like she owes her life to Zeus or something. But it doesn't really get resolved properly, I don't think. And it's kind of sad, really, that it happens a lot. And then, of course, there's the ending of the series, which was kind of disappointing as well, I felt. Because it kind of just ends. You know, and at first I thought maybe there'd be a second season, or maybe it wasn't over, but I know the season's over, and I don't think there'll be a second season, because I do think that all 6 of the movies were compiled in here with extra scenes, so I really want to watch the movies now to see exactly what's going on here. Hopefully they explain things a lot better than they did in here. Alright, because I just didn't feel that I mean, it was awesome, I really loved it, but I didn't feel it was done as well as it could have been. Okay. Anyways, though, I think I'm going to pretty much wrap up this review. There's not really anything else for me to say except I enjoyed it. I definitely recommend it, although I probably won't recommend it unless you've watched the movies, because I have a feeling that this was probably made for people who watch the movies. I'm just going to say that right now. That's kind of my assumption here, that it was probably made for that. And if you haven't watched the movies, you're probably going to be, even if you like it like I did, you're probably going to be really confused like I was. Okay, and that's not a good thing. So I probably recommend it to you only if you watch the movies, although if you're still curious, then by all means, go take a look at it. Alright, so anyways, overall, I hope you enjoyed this review, guys. These after guys, thanks for watching. Bye-bye.